What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. That is Hayden back. And in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as Solana, and then the S&P 500. Lots of things to go over, lots of things to talk about. We've made some more progress here on the cryptocurrencies. I also would like to report that somehow I have power. Hurricane Milton did roll in last night at about 10, maybe 11 p.m. at night. And I probably got some like 80, 90 mile per hour winds. And by some stroke of luck, still have power, still have water. And I, walked around my community and the block, drove around town, and everything's fine. A couple trees are down, nothing major by any means. Here, it's a lot worse as you move up north towards Venice, Sarasota, and Bradenton. But for me, we're good. So surprised. Hopefully everybody else is safe and is doing okay. But surprisingly, I'm all right. Believe it or not, just a couple miles north of me, further parts of Fort Myers got hit by a massive tornado, ripped through some of, some parts of Fort Myers, it's just crazy. It was very close, just a couple miles away from me, which is insane. But it seems like it happens often for them. Anywho, to move into today's episode here, we do need to look at XRP. Slight adjustments on this ascending fractal here. You can see just a literal correction movement to the downside here. That's all we had to do here. Still in an ascending fractal to the upside, but otherwise we look all right for XRP. Just continued reassurance is really all I have to say here about XRP as it's slowly making its way, filling in this gap. We'll have more information and we'll figure out when that break is going to come here. Solana is also consolidating here. Ethereum is consolidating nonetheless. We can almost draw an uptrend, which we'll do in a second. Bitcoin consolidating as well. I don't think there's any sort of uptrend just yet that we can draw, but we are in some sort of correction point here. This is way too early to really know what at all is happening here on the charts, because it's not accurate. It's really not accurate at all. And then the S&P 500 is actually at all-time highs now, which is insane. I was not expecting all-time highs yesterday of all times, which is crazy. So that's obviously good news here. But with that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, super quick, BitFi, for those that don't remember or don't know, BitFi is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel, and they're currently giving away $300 in free cryptocurrency. Those that sign up can earn $50. Deposit earns you $50. Trading earns you $100, and then completing KYC earns you another $100. $300 in free rewards, which is super cool because it's a free exchange to use, literally with the link down in the description below. And I'll show you later on in today's video how you can earn even more cryptocurrency. Anywho, diving into today's episode, yesterday we talked about how extremely bullish we are. You can see moving forward earlier here, we had this kind of new discovery of this descending fractal here on Bitcoin's hourly and 4-hour charts here. You can see the downtrend ripping through hourly, weekly, 4-hour, daily, and weekly charts here. Downtrend across the board. Looks pretty good. Otherwise, we look really, really, really good. And I'm surprised at the outcome that that's starting to take place here. We pretty much are consolidating. We are correcting a hair bit lower, but there's been no spike in volume. There's no injection. We're just trading sideways, completing technical indicators, and pretty much forming or completing these indicators out, which will help us decide when that break actually is going to come. 37 on the Fear and Greed Index. Just consolidation across the board. Nothing is standing out in particular here. Like I said earlier, we had to slightly adjust the XRP charts. You can see weekly charts, we're still holding on for dear life on this uptrend right here. You can see on the daily charts, same exact pattern here. We're using this as a support. The goal is that we, hopefully stay above this support and rally up. You can see the flatline movement that's taking place on the RSI. Just like we had before, the flatline on the RSI caused a breakout. Now we're seeing the flatline again on the RSI, and hopefully this results in a rally up, but there's always that chance of correction to the downside. Nobody wants to see it, but we have to talk about it here. Typically, off of corrections into these patterns here, they typically break out how they entered. So how we enter is how we exit. And you can see, because we entered in a downtrend, there's a good chance we could correct lower. The only thing we have going for us right now is the fact that, surprisingly, we have these supports here that are doing pretty well in regards to keeping us afloat. You can see if I jump to the daily charts here, it makes a little more sense how we close the daily right on these support levels here. So the goal, the hope is for a reversal, but I don't know how likely that will happen, although it is something to keep in mind. So really all we have have to go off of right now is just the way this ascending fractal is taking place. We have this beautiful uptrend here, beautifully filling in the gap, and we are waiting for that decision to take place. And once we do see the results of this, then we'll be able to obviously make that decision whether to buy in long or to sell in short. We're looking for closure outside of this or outside of here for us to really gauge the general direction or have a buy-in opportunity to, take advantage of here. You can see on BitFi, though, we were tracking Bitcoin here on this ascending broadening wedge, or like bull flag, whatever you want to call it here. But the reason I like BitFi so much is because they are like the #1 exchange offering limit orders. They have market orders, stop limit orders, take profits, stop losses, trailing stop losses. Like everything you'd want on an exchange is jam-packed into BitFi, which makes them so unique. They have XRP to leverage trade as well right here. The best part is they have a welcome rewards bonus and a demo trading account. So aside from the $300 in free crypto you can earn, you can also get over 2K. I mean, it goes even more. Filling out some of these tasks. What did I just do? Filling out some of these tasks can earn you up to 5K in bonus money by simply leaving feedback. It's that simple. It's that easy. So once you accumulate as much bonus money as you have, you can start testing your skills on their demo trading account. It's completely free. Learn to use the exchange, learn to trade, get familiar, get comfortable. When you can make a few consecutive trades using the 50K in bonus money that they have here, you can then switch on over to the live account. Click on the coin wallet right here. So you go to derivatives, USDTM, and then go to bonus wallet. You can see I have $130 right here on a 20x leverage. That gives me over $2 grand, $2,500 in tradable money, which is insane. Now think about it. If you had 300, that's close to $6 grand that you can trade around with, which is also insane. So think about it. You're trading around with money that isn't even yours. And if you lose it, so be it. It's BitFi's, not yours, which is super cool. All the profits that you earn, you can withdraw completely free, which is also very super cool. You can withdraw it right to your Coinbase, which I do constantly. And there's also, I believe, a no trading fees on spot trades. Yeah, maker and taker fees on spot trades aren't. They're charging 0% right now, which is awesome. So there's no fees to trade around and swap between currencies. So make sure to check them out. Anywho, moving forward, you can see Solana does have this like small uptrend forming here. We are in a much larger symmetrical triangle. Like if I scale out to the weekly, you can see clear as day we're in some sort of symmetrical triangle, filling in the gap quite nicely here. I'm waiting for the results of this, and we do look pretty nice. Like overall, we do look really good filling in this gap here. It's really keeping an eye on how we decide to move here. Like right now, we're just in an uptrend and we're filling in this gap. And then we are looking for, a decision. Once we complete this, then we'll, figure out what we're going to do. But from then on, we're doing really well so far. And this goes across the board for a lot of these cryptos. We're consolidating out for a lot of them, but we do have beautiful, massive, like bull flag formations here. We do have a lot of bullish tendencies. Beautiful uptrend right here you can see forming on Ethereum. This is creating this kind of higher low pressure. And eventually this will lead us and near us towards the resistance up here for a decision, and hopefully that decision yields us in a bullish break to the upside. And this continues and carries forward into a lot of these cryptocurrencies here. Bitcoin has a descending fractal. It's a beautiful bull flag. You can see the uptrend is huge. And now we're creating this kind of lower high, lower low movement. Sooner than later, this should be breaking, and we should get the results of this. Now, obviously, we are looking for a breach above this price ceiling for us to see that rally to the upside. We don't know exactly when it's going to come, but across the board, all of these charts are very, very, very solid because all of them are textbook bullish, which is very good news here. And lastly, to wrap up today's video, looking at the stock market here, we look incredible as well. I mean, we just keep pumping higher. As I figured, we did say we would use this yellow band as a means of support to rally up higher, and that is exactly what we're seeing. And things start to change when we start to scale out. You can see we do have this descending fractal. It's like I don't even know what you call it, a bearish or bullish divergence where the price is moving higher as the RSI is moving lower. Let's do bullish divergence and see what that looks like here. So we have prices moving up as the indicator moves down. This is a bearish divergence, I guess. So indicators go down, price moves up, bearish divergence. Let's pull it up again. Bearish divergence. Here we go. So as the price moves up, the indicator moves lower here. And it does mean that correction is, in the works. That is definitely something to consider and keep your eyes peeled on, that this inevitably does mean correction is around the corner. We'll see whether or not it happens here, but we just keep pumping higher and higher and higher and higher. Although I do think sooner than later we are going to come correcting. And I think that might be now, maybe a little bit later, and then we'll come back down to this moving average. But otherwise, we do look really good. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow's video. Peace.